yeah, once you get the track to your liking, basically, you know,
Yeah.
and you upload it, and other people start making comments on it, and they appreciate it too.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And that makes you feel good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's what you want. Essentially, when you make it, you don't only make. But generally, as an artist, you don't only make like music for yourself. You're making it for public consumption. And the reality is, as an artist, if you're very passionate, if you love music and you love making music, and you know you want as much people to hear and hopefully appreciate your music as possible. That's the reality. Every artist wants that. Every artist wants their music to be heard and to be hopefully appreciated. If you see what I mean, you know. Because generally, you're not only putting all that hard work and effort and money in for yourself. You know, you're putting that in hope that you know people will hear your talent and you know and recognize it and gravitate towards it, and your music will will be able to become a career for you essentially. You know, that's the goal for most artists anyway. Most music artists, they want to make it a profession, you know, an occupation. So you know, so yeah.
Well, I think it's easy for some people, right? Like for instance, David Bowie, all right. I mean, as soon as he was 16, really, he was a musician, all right, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think he's been sort of, you know, I think he's born, I'm not sure, but I think he knew what he was doing in life from an early age in a funny way, you know. And because he probably played guitar from an early age and all this, you know, from the age of 8 maybe, I don't know, whatever. And because he's learned how, you know, to master it, whatever, it's all easy now. You know, it's like things are a lot easier for me today to, you know, if I want to create a track today, it's a lot easier for me to do now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like I said, it's taken me a long time to learn all these different things before I can start playing about with drums.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and having fun with drums or whatever, you know, music.
Yeah.
You know, like, so I'm hoping to get better in the future, you know, and create some really beautiful stuff, you know. You know, I think that I've created some good stuff, alright, but I want to get a lot better.
Oh, of course, yeah.
You know,
that's always the goal, isn't it?
Sometimes I listen to other music, do you know what I mean? I think I wish I was as good as him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And I think sometimes that's good too, because like, even me, like, I remember for a little while, I stopped writing, not because I had writer's block or anything, I just took a few months off because I just needed a break from writing. But I remember even occasionally that, even if I take a few months off just to give my mind, like, you know, just give myself a rest or whatever, I might hear another artist one day and be inspired again, if you see what I mean. Might hear a really great track and think, bloody hell, that was good. That's inspired me now to want to go and do something. You start writing again myself, you know, like you know, I want to make something better than that, if you see what I mean. That's the goal in my head, like, you know, I want to make something as good as that or even better, you know. Something that you know, whatever the song was that inspired me, you know. So yeah, I think that's a good thing about art, isn't it? You can draw inspiration not only from art but from life too. You know, a lot of art comes from life. You know, like a lot of art is a representation of life, if you see what I mean. You know, art kind of mimics life, they say. You know, so yeah.
Well, like I said, I've always been an artist, I feel, and then I become a musician, you know, or I'm learning how to be a musician, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but out of the two, I prefer to do music. You know, I mean, what do I love about music most? I love dancing. It makes me feel good. That's what that's what I love about music. It makes me feel like dancing and enjoying myself. You know.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same as everyone really, you know, even children love dancing, do you know what I mean?
Ah,
When they hear
yeah.
a bit of music, do you know what I mean? You know, and I mean, sound, it actually, it travels through you like a ghost, you know, and especially these bass sounds, you know, I love the bass.
Yeah.
You know, where the bass actually sort of like really goes through you. You know, and you know, and some people can't have dancing. I mean, some people can't dance, right? They, you know, I thought to myself, why can't they? You know, because I met this guy once, right? And he said, you don't like dancing. I said, why not?
Yeah.
He said, you know, I've never liked dancing, you know. You know, he's a bit strange actually, this guy. He was captain of a ship as well.
Yeah.
And, sorry, I didn't meet him actually, I was talking to him on the internet.
Okay.
That's it, you know. Become one of his friends or something, you know, whatever. And he said he didn't enjoy dance, and he admired me, because, you know, he could see that I like dancing, you know, I did something.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was in a conversation with him, and he said that he can't feel anything either, like vibrations, you know, he's got no feelings, you know.
Okay.
You know, and I think some people were actually born with no feelings.
Yeah.
You know, like some people are born blind, some people are born deaf, but some people can't feel like that.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like no sense of touch?
No.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
That must be strange.
Yeah, and you know, that's, you know, people don't recognise that disability, basically. They don't recognise it. But some people are born without feelings.
That's strange, yeah.
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 I mean,
no sensation.
Some people are born with no emotions, you know, like no...
Some people are cold, mate.
Yeah, exactly, you know.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this guy was alright, but he didn't, you know, some people haven't got no feelings. That's the truth. They're blind, in a way, from their own feelings, you know, and they can't feel the music. You know, it's like if there was music in this place right now, and you touched the wall, you'd feel the wall vibrate.
The vibration, yeah.
But that person wouldn't.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? He can't feel. That's why he can't dance. You know, and some people can dance more than others.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you've got to be happy to dance as well. You know, you've got to be in a good mood, basically. You know, like if you go to a party, sometimes you see, you know, like I'm talking about like when you at a school party.
Yeah.
Right. You know, sort of like you've left school and you're having a party.
Yeah.
Some people sort of, a girl on the corner there, or a boy on the corner there, and they're a bit shy to dancing.
Yeah.
And some people love dancing, do you know what I mean?
Dancing, like you were saying, is obviously all to do with music, you know, rhythm. You know, the rhythm. Usually people dance to songs that, you know, it depends on the rhythm of the track, the vibration, the feeling and the vibration that the track gives to them, you know, the frequency of that track, how it makes them, you know, how it reacts, you know, how it makes them feel and want to move, you know. Some tracks that, you know, depending on the type of music you like, make you move more than others, if you see what I mean. It depends on what type of music you like and what you gravitate towards, if you see what I mean, you know. In the Caribbean, like I grew up in the Caribbean predominantly, a lot of the music that we would dance and kind of move around to was kind of like dancehall, you know, a lot of dancehall kind of music, you know, you whine and grind and, you know, dance in different ways and you know, so, yeah. It's all about rhythm, you know, it's all to do with the rhythm of the track that gets you moving, you know, grooving, you know, makes you feel a certain way, you know, yeah.
I mean, there's some records that come out that, you know, get more popular than others, don't they? You know,
of course, yeah.
More people hit the dance floor, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Depends on how catchy it is, you know?
Exactly, I think it's all to do
especially when it comes to like dance records, you know? Poppy records that you want people to dance to, it needs to be, you know?
Well, some of these tracks that do come out, it's a lot of different talents.
Yeah.
Really sort of like being put together.
Yeah.
On one project.
Yeah, true.
You know, you might have a video editor to do the video, you know, whatever. Sometimes, like, some videos have got hundreds of people involved, haven't they?
Loads, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just like these films.
Got directors, editors.
Yeah, artists, makeup.
Yeah, everything,
so
hair,
on, so
nails, yeah.
You know,
screenwriters.
It's surprising, though. I mean, sometimes you watch these films and you see all the credits at the end and you're sort of like, they're there for 5 minutes.
5 minutes giving credits, yeah.
You know, non-stop, you know.
Yeah.
And it's the same with these music videos, some of them, you know. I mean, I do my music videos on my own, you know, but some of these that they get released, that, you know, like hundreds of people worked on them, and they cost millions of quid, as you know.
Lots of money.
Lots of money, yeah, as we all know. You know.
Yeah.
But dance, I think, you know, I love it when I see people dancing, you know what I mean, and having a good time. You know, that's one thing I do enjoy, you know, and that's what when I see people dancing together, you know, sort of in a big party or something and having a good time, that's one time I sort of think people are together.
And people are living in the moment and just enjoying life, you know, not thinking about anything else at that moment in particular, just about living life and just enjoying that moment with whoever they're dancing with, and you know.
And it's not like, you know, the business world, it's not like that, is it? We're all separated, we're not dancing. Do you know what I mean? Stop dancing. No dancing. Work.
Yeah, I think it's a form of escape for some people too.
I mean, obviously, when you are at work, say I was a security guard, for instance, whatever, you know, you could dance.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes can you? Do you know what I mean? You know, you can do it a little bit, but you can't do it too much. You know.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, the last job I did was removals. You know, can you imagine like if I had some earphones on and I was going around dancing, I was just doing.
While you're doing your removals, yeah.
Dance removals.
Yeah.
Start a company up.
Yeah, exactly. Got to pay a little bit extra.
Yeah, dance removals.
A little bit extra for the entertainment and the job at the same time. Yeah.
Dance while we move you.
So we know how boring, you know, moving house can be.
Dance removals.
Let us entertain you while we move your furniture. There's your sales pitch right there, mate. You know, and a bit of good music behind it, of course. Music always helps, you know. Yeah. But yeah, mate. Before we wrap it up and call it a night for this week's episode, have you got any final words or any final thoughts or any final statements or anything you want to say about music and art and anything you want to express to the people before we, you know, slowly wrap it up for this week's episode?
Just dance and enjoy yourself this week, you know.
Okay.
But I would say, I was going to say about my granddad, I was talking about my granddad sort of earlier. I lived with my nan and granddad when I was younger, you know. And they brought me up. And my granddad come from a music side of the family.
Okay.
His sisters and all whatever. I don't know what, but they were very musical. Like pianos and things like this, you know, whatever. But when I went to live with my nan and granddad, he had an organ, you know, which was given to him from an uncle or whatever. And it was a really expensive one. But he would let me go on it, right, or my brother. Or my uncle Mike and my uncle Malk, right? Because my nan and granddad had 2 sons and 5 girls. So one of those girls was my mum. But he wouldn't let the girls play this organ. And I tell you, he said that because he said that music's got something to do with the devil.
Okay.
And he wouldn't let the girls go on it.
I see.
Only the boys.
So the boys were allowed. The boys were allowed to get entangled with the devil, were they? But not the girls.
That's right. Yeah. But you know, I don't know.
Bit of a strange philosophy.
But I think people used to think like this back then.
No, I know. But if you're not going to allow the girls, why would you allow the boys? It's a little bit. You get what I mean? A little bit strange, isn't it? Yeah.
But sometimes, like music, can, you know, some people have associated it with sort of like.
Yeah, because there were people that used to talk about selling their soul to the devil and all that kind of stuff for like record deals, and you still hear about it today. You still hear people talk about it today. People doing rituals and sacrifices and joining secret societies in order to become successful in certain industries and certain things that go on. You know, you do hear sometimes about people speculating about people making sacrifices and stuff to gain more wealth and success and all this type of shit in life. You know, you don't hear about that. You hear speculations about it. You know, and you think, you know, obviously there is some truth there. You know, you don't know how much. You know, then if you can apply it to every single artist, you know. But I'm sure there's some funny shit that goes on in those circles as well. You know.
But no, I haven't really got much to say this week about. Much more to say about music. I think we've
touched most bases, to be honest. Yeah.
And I'm getting a bit tired now, you know.
Yeah. Time to wrap it up. Yeah. Anyway, guys, this is the Philosophy Podcast, as you guys already know. Thank you for tuning in once again this week to a brand new episode. We'll be back again with a brand new episode next week, of course, so just stay tuned for that. This week's episode has been all about music and art. And we hope you guys have enjoyed this week's episode and everything we've talked about. And of course, if there's anything that you want to, any opinions you want to give on what we've talked about tonight, or any comments you just want to make in general about the show or about whatever, just please leave a comment down below. Please don't forget to like and subscribe as well, because that really helps the channel as well too. Please guys, cliche as it may sound, please like and subscribe, because that really helps us. And yeah, good night, God bless, hope you guys have enjoyed it. This has been Music and Art. This is the Philosophy Podcast. We'll be back again next week. Good night, one love.